minsan lang tayo maka-on board. Kaya I want us seen and heard clearly by our kababayan from Batangas 2nd District, no? We're trying our best to join the program on a regular basis just like before. Bagaman tayo ay challenge ng ating various obligations not only in the district but even in the national government. Nonetheless, Larga Spirit lives on. Kaya sa lahat po ng ating mga kalarga, bagaman tirik na ang araw, gising-gising na po. Every gising is a blessing. Let us all rise and shine. Kumusta, Kuya Ron?
Okay po ma'am at ma'am resume na po ngayon ang Congress ano po mga inaasahan po natin ngayon?
Well, we are supposed to finish all the pending measures, to terminate all the pending hearings, no? Because yun ang sinasabi sa ating legislative function. Ito yung pinag-uusapan na all unfinished business terminates when the Congress terminates. But we have to be very clear, sapagkat timely na pag-usapan ng impeachment,
Opo.
it does not include the impeachment process because we have to distinguish between the legislative function of the Congress and the impeachment function of the Congress. While the legislative function of the Congress is affected by the legislative calendar, kapag nag-terminate ang session, terminated lahat ng unfinished business. That includes bills and investigations or inquiry in aid of legislation, no? But when we speak about impeachment process, it is not affected at all by the legislative calendar. And we are very consistent with our stand. Even during the time of campaign, with or without session, we can convene the impeachment court and proceed forthwith to trial.
Yun,
No?
mahalaga po yun.
The same line of argument where the panel of prosecutors are standing on. Na dapat mag-proceed right away regardless of the termination of the 19th Congress of the Philippines. Because time and again, legislative function of the Congress is different from the impeachment function of the Congress.
Oh. Supposedly ma'am ngayon po dapat yung pagtalakay ng articles of impeachment June 2 pero na na reschedule sa June 11 po. Ano pong nangyari ma'am?
This is supposed to be a very busy day.
Opo nga po eh.
Sapagkat ito dapat yung aming first schedule of appearance before the Senate of the 19th Congress of the Philippines, where we are supposed to present the articles of impeachment. Kaya lang, we received a letter from SP Cheese Escudero, our Senate President, that the schedule for the presentation of the articles of impeachment is moved to June 11 to give way to the LEDAC measures, other priority bills na kailangang matapos
Opo.
before the termination of the 19th Congress of the Philippines, no? But we have heard a lot of opinions on the matter. Basta in as far as we are concerned, bumaba na pala yung camera ko, ano.
Okay lang po ma'am.
In as far as we are concerned, wala nagpapago. Consistent po ang argument ng prosecution panel. This is a constitutional duty which must not be delayed. Dapat noon pa, immediately after the filing of the impeachment complaint back in February 5, ang sabi sa Constitution,
Forthwith.
when a complaint is filed by at least 1/3 of all the members of the House, the trial shall forthwith proceed. That's the mandate of the Constitution. Ngayon, natapos na ang eleksyon and we are resuming the 19th Congress of the Philippines, no? And we heeded to Senate President Cheese Escudero and kasama po tayo sa mga medyo na-surprise, nagtataka. While the June 2 schedule, which is delayed already, has to be postponed pa. Nonetheless, we are hopeful and positive na sana matuloy na yung June 11. Because at the end of the day, this is not about me, about the prosecutors, and this is not about the senators. This is about our constitutional duty that we really have to face.
Alright, ma'am. Ma'am, may tatanong lang po ako, no? Para malinaw rin po sa mga kababayan po natin. Hindi po ba maapektuhan ng transition po ng bagong mga halal na senador po dyan sa Senate po? Ito pong impeachment trial po natin. Kasi nga po, bago na po yung mga, ano pong sinasabi ng batas dyan?
There's a long line of Supreme Court decisions which say that the Congress is a continuing body. What terminates only is the session. The Congress itself does not terminate at the end of every session, no? Para po mas maliwanag, ating ihalimbawa ang isang korte. Let us say, for example, the Regional Trial Court of Batangas. Ang huwes po sa Regional Trial Court of Batangas, pwedeng mag-retire, pwedeng mag-leave, pwedeng mapalipat sa ibang sala, or unfortunately, pwedeng sumakabilang buhay, magkasakit, things like that, no?
Opo.
Pero anumang pangyayari about the sitting judge does not affect at all the status of the cases being heard. Kung anong natapos nung prior judge, itutuloy lang
Yun.
ng succeeding judge. This is synonymous to an impeachment court. Kahit hindi matapos ng 19th Congress of the Philippines ang trial ng impeachment case, all we need to do is for the 20th Congress to continue what the 19th Congress started. We have a long line of cases decided by the Supreme Court already. At ito po ang sinasabing, the Congress is a continuing body. If sitting as an impeachment court, the same is not affected by the legislative calendar, it continues with its existence in spite of the changes in the personality of senators sitting thereat.
Ma'am, para sa kaliwanagan rin po ng mga mamayan, ang dami po talaga naghihintay na rin dito sa impeachment trial po. Paano po nagsisimula ang impeachment trial, ma'am?
There are 3 modes of filing an impeachment complaint. One, it can be filed by any member of the House. Second, it can be filed by any private citizen endorsed by any member of the House. In both cases, the procedure should be within 10 days. The impeachment complaint must be included in the order of business of the plenary. And within 3 days therefrom, the plenary should refer the impeachment complaint to the Committee on Justice. Period of 60 days, the Committee on Justice has to submit a report to the plenary with an accompanying resolution, whether endorsing or not endorsing the impeachment complaint for the approval of the body. No? But there's a third mode of filing an impeachment complaint, and that is when the same is supported or signed by not less than 1/3 of all the members of the House. At ito po ang nangyari sa ating kasalukuyang impeachment complaint. It was signed by 215 members of the House of Representatives, way beyond the requirement of 1/3 of all the members of the House. At ang sabi po ng Constitution, when the impeachment complaint is filed by not less than 1/3 of all the members of the House, it shall automatically be considered as the articles of impeachment, and trial by the Senate shall forthwith proceed. Ibig sabihin, wala na pong dadaanang iba. Diretso na sa trial ng Senado, sitting as an impeachment court. So, 3 modes of filing an impeachment complaint. 1, by a member of the House. 2, by a private citizen endorsed by a member of the House. And 3, by at least 1/3 of all the members of the House.
Based on the records po, ma'am, yung mga nakaraang impeachment trial po, is it forthwith kaagad po? Yung mga nangyari? Or
Iba't iba siya, Kuya Ron.
Opo.
Merong mabilis, merong after a period of 2 months, pero parang ito ang pinakamatagal
Pinagpaliban,
na naging waiting period, no?
Opo.
I just hope and pray that amid the various opinions of so many legal luminaries who are expressing their frustration already about what is happening, sana po manaig ang constitutional mandate, because at the end of the day, let us always be reminded that sovereignty resides in the people and all government authority emanates from them. Anong sabi sa Gettysburg Address? The people and for the people.
Opo. Meron po bang nasasaad po, ma'am, sa batas na kapag na-file na po ang impeachment ay pwede po ma-cancel?
No.
Wala.
Dismissal is never an option. Ang sabi lang sa Constitution, try and decide.
Yun.
Try and decide. So, trial kayo, and after trial, your only option is to vote for acquittal or to vote for conviction.
Pero sana po dapat maging malinaw po, ma'am, yung yung batas na forthwith, yung salitang forthwith, kung paano po ini-implement 'yon. Kasi nga waiting tayo ngayon eh.
Meron tayong batas under Constitution.
Ayun, hintayin po natin magandang signal.
This is how you interpret the law, no?
Opo.
This is how you apply the law. The law on statutory construction. Ibig sabihin, paano mo ba interpret ang batas? When the law is clear, you should immediately apply it. Kahit sa dictionary mo tingnan yung forthwith, it means immediate.
Immediate.
No? Now, granting for the sake of argument that there's ambiguity, examine the intention of the framers of the Constitution. Pag tinignan mo ang records ng 1987 Constitutional Commission, it likewise say, by forthwith, it means outright and immediate.
Whether there is an election or not, ma'am? Okay. Ganda ng talakayan po natin, We're just waiting for the good signal of our Congressman Attorney Jervin. Yan nga po.
The process of impeachment. The law is very clear. Ang sabi lang, trial by the Senate shall forthwith proceed. Wala naman sinabing qualification.
Opo.
Wala naman sinabing condition. Wala naman sinabing pag may election, we should delay. Wala naman sinabing kapag may pending na LEDAC measures, we should delay. The law is very clear. And when the law is clear, ang sabi sa statutory construction, we should immediately apply it.
Yun. Ang dami pong naghihintay, ma'am, yan. Inaabangan na po sa ng taong bayan. With regards to the technicalities po, ma'am, how many prosecutors and how many sa defense po ang tatayo po dyan sa, sa Senado?
According to the rules, pag tinanong mo sa akin bakit 11, I don't know also. But that's what the law provides. 11 prosecutors. No? About the defense, I am not certain if there is a regulation as to the number of defense lawyers who should appear.
Opo. And yung mga defense lawyers po are private po, ma'am? Private lawyers?
Yeah. Defense lawyers are private lawyers, similar to the private prosecutors who will be helping us in the prosecution of this impeachment trial. No? Isa lang po ang gusto kong iwang mensahe sa lahat ng ating mga kapwa Pilipino. To our dear countrymen, I believe that the Filipinos have the constitutional right to information of matters concerning public interest.
And
Hindi po tayo namumulitika. But I honestly believe this is the only way for us to be able to cater the right of the Filipino people to public information. I do not want to complicate the process. Simple lang po ito. Let the prosecution present its case. Let the defense panel present its defense. And thereafter, the senator judges will exercise their right to vote, whether for conviction or acquittal. Kasi pag nakinig ka, Kuya Ron, sa napakaraming opinions, di ba?
Opo.
Parang napaka-complicated na eh. But actually, it's very simple. Hayaan ang prosecutor ilatag ang ebidensya. Hayaan ang depensa na ilatag ang kanilang defense. And thereafter, the 24 senators will vote, whether for conviction or for acquittal. That's it.
In the first place, this is not the first time that we will hold in an impeachment trial, ma'am. Marami na po, marami na nakita na po natin sa sistemang yan, ano. Yun nga, nakakapagtaka rin. Bakit ngayon parang there is a somewhat delay, ano, dito po sa impeachment trial po natin. Ang dami na po nag-aabang, ma'am. Based on the survey, 88% ata po yata na gusto talaga mangyari po ano.
Kanino ba survey ang 88%?
Hindi ko lang po maalam ko kanina. Pero
para ako si para ako si President BBM. Nahihilo na ako sa dami ng survey. Pero I remember kasi meron tayong nakitang survey din. I think that was during the right after election.
Apo.
Na was that more than one half of the respondents opposed the impeachment, no? Merong ganyang survey na nakita ko. Tapos itong recent, 88% wanted the Vice President to face the impeachment trial, no? So alin ba talaga? Because it's hard to conceive. It's hard to conceive na merong more than majority who opposed the impeachment, but there's 88% who wanted the Vice President to face the impeachment trial, no? So hindi natin alam kung which is which. I hope that there can be a survey that is really reliable and truly represent the sentiment of the Filipino people. Pero ang maliwanag, Kuya Ron, gusto kong i-recognize, i-commend the educated youth.
Yun. Millennials.
Whose participation in the last election became very vibrant. And I honestly believe yung panalo ni Senator Kiko Pangilinan, yung panalo ni Senator Bam Aquino is the clear indication that there is a huge number of educated youth na pagod na sa issues ng politicizing.
Yun.
They are looking forward to see leaders of the nation whose attention is given to the paramount interest of the Filipino people.
Opo. Kaya
Kaya sa lahat po ng mga educated youth na naging instrumental sa panalo ni Senator Kiko Pangilinan at sa panalo ni Senator Bam Aquino, talaga job well done. I salute you all, no? At panahon na para tayo manindigan para sa mga responsableng leader ng ating bansa na walang iisipin kung hindi ang kagalingan ng taong bayan.
Based on the result, matanong rin ko po kayo, based on the result of the past election, how do you assess this election po? Ano po ang mga nabago? Ano po ang mga bagong pananaw na dapat mong matutunan ng mga politicians rin po? Ano?
First of all, gusto ko i-congratulate ang COMELEC
Opo.
Dahil napakagaling ng kanilang machine. Ako man ay na-amaze. Sapagkat when I casted my vote, napakabilis.
Bilis, ano?
Napakabilis ko natapos, and even the counting and the canvassing ay napakabilis ding natapos, no? Secondly, I appreciate the voters nowadays as thinking Filipinos, no? Siyempre pagdating ng kampanya, pagalingan ng mga kandidato. But what will really prevail is the choice that they already have on the basis of the long period of time that these politicians serve the electorate or the constituents. Ako naniniwala, Kuya Ron, bago pa dumating ang eleksyon, or even the election period, or even the 45 days campaign period for the local, maliwanag na sa isip ng tao kung sino ang kandidatong gustong samahan. No? What the politicians are doing, or the candidates are doing during the 45 days campaign period for local and 90 days campaign period for national, pinapatibay na lang.
Tama.
But the reality is, even before that, nasa isip
Decided na sila.
kung mansanas ba o bayabas.
Kalagang koy.
Diba?
Alright.
Ito yung sinasabi ko the other day, Kuya Ron.
Opo.
Kahit anong gawin ng iyong kalaban, yang kayang tinagin ng dahil sa campaign period lamang. It takes a long time before you earn the trust of the people. In the same way that it takes a long time before you destroy the trust of the people. Andito tayo sa gate ng rally nila.
And based
Rally nila sino?
Meron na may puro BBM rin.
Puro BBM?
Manggagawa Pilipino.
BMP?
Kalagang koy.
What are they rallying? Ang daming rallyista dito.
Ma'am. Ma'am, based on my observation po, tama po kayo dyan sa inyo po naging conclusion, na bago pa man mang eleksyon, mayroon ng decision yung mga taong pinatitibay na lang ng politiko,
True!
Kasi inoobserbahan ko po yung yung naging situation po niyo .
At kita ko yan sa aking mga kababayan from Batangas 2nd District. No? Lahat ng aking naikutang lamayan, lahat ng aking naikutang birthday, lahat ng aking napuntahang kasalan, isama mo na pati mga dasalan, lahat sila nanindigan. Kahit ito'y matagal nang nakaraan. Dahil in that very simple way, naramdaman nila, nakasama nila ang congresswoman. No? Kahit anong gawin ng ating mga kalaban during the campaign period, milya-milya mang paninira yan, at kahit sino pang bisita ang kanilang paratingin upang tayo'y siraan, nanindigan ang ating mga kalarga, P-Trix, ang congresswoman. Again, sana ma-memorize ito ng mga tao. No? Ano nga sabi ko? You cannot earn the trust of the people overnight.
In the same way.
In the same way that you cannot destroy the trust of the people overnight. Yun pong tiwalang ibinibigay ng 2nd District kay Beatrix. Pinaghirapan yan. Pinagsikapan yan. As early as 2021. Pinagsisikapan na po natin na mapagsilbihan ng ating mga kababayan. At hindi lamang dahil nagkaroon ng mahigpit na kampanya ating kalaban. during the 45-day period of campaign for 2025 election, ay mawawala na ang tiwalang yan.
And, ayun, hintayin na po natin.
Nila.
And ma'am,
Nanindigan, taga 2nd District.
and ma'am, this will also serve as an acid test and a siguro pattern na ginagawang natututunan rin po ng iba po mga politicians na you really need to to do your job para ipakita sa taong bayan kasi nga yung election lang yan pagpapatibay na lang yung mga ginawa mo di ba?
Kaya lang, Kuya Ron, I really have to solicit the utmost understanding of the people of Batangas 2nd District, no? Pagka-election po, after proclamation, ay hindi pa ako nakakaikot. At ako po'y humihingi ng paumanhin sa inyong lahat. Alam naman po ninyo na si Beatrix ay humaharap sa isang mahigpit na obligasyon sa national government, no? Hindi po ito pang distrito lang, pang national lang. We are part of the prosecution panel. I need to prepare. I need to attend meetings. Sana po ako inyong nauunawaan. Ito po'y bahagi ng ating pinanumpaang tungkulin bilang congresswoman ng 2nd distrito ng ating lalawigan. Pangalan at dangal nyo po ang nakataya dito. Kaya hindi ko po ito pwedeng pabayaan. Titindigan ko po ito bilang kinatawan ng 2nd distrito ng ating lalawigan. I said this before and I will say it again. Obligasyon ni Beatrix, alagaan ang dangal ng ating mga kababayan. This is a constitutional duty that we really have to face. Kaya sa lahat po ng ating mga kadistrito, kalarga, kababayan from Batangas 2nd District, pasensya na po. Hindi ako makaikot ngayon, pero yun pong ating mga kasama sa headquarters, 6 na opisina po yan sa 6 na bayan. They are doing their best para maituloy po nila yung gawain na ginagawa ng congresswoman na ating nakagisnan. Okay? Mairaos ko lamang po itong ating obligasyon as one of the prosecutors. Things will be back to normal. Si Beatrix po, makikita nyo na uli. Sa patay man sa buhay. Oo. Sa pinakamaliit hanggang sa pinakamalaking handaan. Sa bukid man o sa syudad, malayo man o malapit, rest assured. Pabalik ang panahon, si Beatrix makakasama at mararamdaman ulit ang lahat ng ating mga kababayan.
Alright. Ma'am, how do you accept this kind of responsibility, ma'am? And how do you prepare po dito sa mga ganito na? And are you expecting na kayo po ay magiging congresswoman ng hindi lamang ng 2nd District, ng buong bansa na Ma'am, handling this responsibility as one of the prosecutors,
Actually, Kuya Ron, my appreciation of this is we will be standing among one of the prosecutors, not as Congresswoman of Batangas 2nd District alone, but as one of the members of the House who was given of the trust and confidence by the 19th Congress of the Philippines. Tayo po'y pinagtiwalaan ng 215 congressmen and women na tumayo bilang isa sa 11 prosecutors sa impeachment trial. And this obligation, I believe, calls for the integrity, not only as Congresswoman of Batangas 2nd District, but as representative of the Filipino people. The lower house, which is the exclusive authority to initiate all impeachment cases. Kuya Ron, bati muna tayo.
Karaghan ko, nandiyan ka ba? Karaghan ko, go ahead nga.
We are about to end, no?
Apa.
We are about to end the program. It's almost 10:30. Ako po'y bumabati sa lahat ng aking mga inaanak sa kasal. Napuntahan ko man o hindi, congratulations sa inyong lahat. I hope to see you all soon, no? sa lahat po ng ating mga inaanak sa Binyag at Kumpel, napuntahan ko man o hindi. I am really appreciative of the fact na si Beatrix ay bahagi na ng inyong pamilya ngayon bilang pangalawang ina. Ito lagi kong pakiusap sa lahat ng mga inaanak. If you see me in public, please feel the initiative to approach me, magpakilala.
Opo.
Ninang, ako po yung anak nyo sa kasal. Ninang, ako po yung anak nyo sa Binyag. Ako po yung anak nyo sa Kumpil. Because you will really make me happy na ako yung inyong nilapitan at binati, nagpakilala na kay aking mga inaanak, no? Sa lahat ng ating mga kaibigang barangay captains, maraming salamat po. Very soon, makakasama ko din kayo. Hopefully, this June 30, pati yung aking mga inaanak, sa ating imbitasyon, Kuya Ron,
Opo.
Pasinaya 2.
Oo nga.
Tagumpay nating lahat ang panunumpa at pasasalamat ng nag-iisang John Lloyd at Bea ng Batangas 2nd District.
Ngayon, dalawa
Diba?
na.
No?
Dobling
Pwede na
celebration.
nating i-post
Sige
yung
po, ma'am.
ating
Sige po.
invitation. I hope that lahat ng ating mga kaibigang Pangulo, Barangay Officials, Konsehal ng Bayan, Vice Mayor, Mayor, Bukal, na nakasama natin during campaign, nagtagumpay man o magtatagumpay pa. Lahat ng mga finest leaders, SEACHO leaders, sub-leaders, old and new, no? Most especially sa ating mga kasama sa 6 na headquarters, sa ating mga HQM, sa ating mga staff, June 30 is a day for all of us. And sabi ko nga kay John Lloyd, we are holding Pasinaya too, not for us, but for the people who believe in us. This is my avenue to return my thanks and gratitude, to give honor to all the people who became part of our victorious mayoralty and congressional bid in May 12, 2025. Ito pong Pasinaya 2, tagumpay nating lahat, panunumpa at pasasalamat ay bilang pagkilala ni Mayor Beatrix at ni Congresswoman Beatrix sa lahat ng nanindigan sa huli nating laban bilang Mayor ng Mabini at Congresswoman ng Batangas 2nd District. Hayaan niyo po na itong June 30, 2025 ang maging umpisa upang kayo ay muli naming paglingkuran. Kuya Ron.
Yun. Alright.
At dahil ito'y second term na, Kuya Ron.
Opo.
Aba, i-overhaul mo naman ang ating radio program.
Mas marami pa, ma'am. Maganda na po yung...
In recognition of the educated youth, let us make the Beatrix Youth Movement very much vibrant. No?
Yun. Opo.
Ito na may noon ko pa sinasabi, let us stop all our BYM presidents and make them part of our program.
Sure, ma'am. Sure. Yan po mangyayari.
I believe that the BYM is already starting to collect the requirements and applications for scholarship for first semester of school year 2025-2026, no?
Opo.
Masuyo po sa lahat ng aking mga inaanak, BYM Barangay Presidents. Kayo po ang maging alter ego ng Ninang. Please make sure na lahat ng mga college students ay mapasama sa ating scholarship program sa 6 na bayan. Wala po tayong pinipili, kahit 75 bayan.
Iyon
Ang
ang
mahalaga sa Ninang, ang kabataan may pangarap makatapos ng pag-aaral. Okay? Pausap sa lahat ng mga inaanak na barangay president ng Beatrix Youth Movement. Please take the lead. Make sure lahat ng college students ay mapasama sa ating scholarship program first semester of school year 2025-2026 at pausap din sa lahat ng inaanak nating Municipal President ng Pitrix Youth Movement. Take the lead. Ayokong may maiiwan. So ko lahat ng kabataan maging bahagi ng scholarship program. Maraming salamat po. Kuya Ron, mag-meeting tayo.
Apa.
After the program, let's have a Zoom meeting with Koy, no?
Apa.
At let us regroom our radio program. This is as we take off for the second term
Galing,
of
no?
Congresswoman Pitrix in Batangas 2nd District. Maraming salamat po. Mapini, Pawan, San Pascual, San Luis, Lobo at Tingloy. Sa ngalan po ni Mayor Pitrix, ako po si Congresswoman Pitrix. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity to continue serving the people of Batangas 2nd District. Wala nagbabago. Ninang ng kabataan, champion ng mga magulang, Congresswoman ng taong bayan, Larga, Batangas 2nd District.
Pitrix.
Alright, thank you very much, ma'am. Alright, there you have it, ang ating Congresswoman Attorney Jervil Jinky Beatrix Luistro.